beautiful bookworms! My name is Katarina and welcome to my channel. So today is Wednesday and it's the last Wednesday of the month. And so for that reason I'll be doing another Top 5 Wednesday. And Top 5 Wednesday was created by Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey, and it's now currently moderated by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. And I will leave the link to their channels down below and also to our Goodreads group so you can check out topics for the next month and other stuff. So the topic for this Top 5 Wednesday is Top 5 authors you want to read more from. And this one was not easy for me, but it was also not very hard. So I had to consider that I could only put 5 authors in here, and then after that it was very easy. So without further ado, I will start my Top 5 Wednesday authors you want to read more from. In number 5 we have A.G. Wells. Why? Because I only read this little book by him. It's called The Time Machine, and I haven't read absolutely anything else that he wrote, and I think that that's really bad because he's a very known name in science fiction, and I like science fiction. I want to know more about it, and I loved The Time Machine, so I think that I should probably get more of his books so I could call myself a person that likes to read, because I know that I should read this. Yeah, I know I should read more of his work, so yeah, I really want to read more. Yeah, I want to read more from A.G. Wells. Number 4 is Vladimir Nabokov, the one that wrote Lolita, and it's the only book that I've read by him. It's Lolita, obviously it's here in my hands, and I had a problem, and my problem was I loved this book to death. And then I never read anything else that he wrote again, and I know that he has another books written and they are actually translated to Portuguese, but even if they were in English I could read them. So I would really love to continue reading his works because he has an interesting point of view and an interesting way of writing stuff. So yeah, I think I would like to read more from him. Number 3 is I would like to read more from Erin Morgenstern, and she is the author of The Night Circus, and I loved The Night Circus. The descriptions that she made are some of the most beautiful. I'm sorry, I just get really touched when I think about these descriptions, but they're so beautifully written, and she has a talent for these environments, this beautiful dreamland-like stuff. And even though some people argue that her character building is not the best, and then the circus in here was the real character, and those descriptions were great, I don't think that. I think the plot of this was really good. I think I would love to have more books by her, but I'm pretty sure that she hasn't written anything else, so I'm still waiting. Erin Morgenstern, I am waiting for another book by you. My number 2 is very obvious, but it's Brandon Sanderson. I have only read the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, and now I have this book that is Alloy of Law, and I also have Shadows of Self and The Bands of Mourning, so I can read, and those are the other Mistborn trilogy, which means they are companion novels to the Mistborn trilogy, but they form a trilogy on their own, and they're supposed to be read after the Mistborn trilogy. And I really want to read them. My boyfriend gave them to me for my birthday, and I really want to read this because, yeah, Brandon Sanderson is so great with plot twists, with final chapters, with characters, with action-packed scenes, and with magic systems. So it's really my jam for fantasy, and I want to know more of him. And he was the only one that I read a trilogy by him, and I said, this is one of my authors, and I love you. So I think that pretty much says it all. And now for my number 1, it's Stephen King. And by Stephen King, I only read Misery, and this one is the Portuguese cover of Misery, and The Shining. So I am lacking in reading Stephen King, and that's really bad for me because I consider myself a horror maniac, and I love everything that has to do with horror, and I don't read that much of horror, and Stephen King is just like the king of horror in literature. So what am I doing with my life that I only have read 2 books that he wrote? So I have to read more of him. So that's it for my Top 5 Wednesday, guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to share some of the authors that you want to read more of, you can do that down below. I hope you guys like this video. Bye!